In this video, we're going to show you how to use gold and silver metallic inks in your design using Adobe InDesign. We're also going to show you how to use spot coatings. And the first thing that you want to do is open your design or start a new one. And then once you've got the elements that you want to change to use either gold, silver, or clear, you want to create a swatch. So your swatches menu should look like this, and if you don't have it, you just want to click on Window, Color, and then Swatches. And in this swatches menu, you want to click the hamburger icon. And then you want to click on New Color Swatch. And this is where we're going to set up the swatches or inks that we're going to use to apply to the elements that we want to make either gold, silver, or clear. So the first thing that we want to do in the New Color Swatch menu is uncheck where it says Name with Color Value. And we want to type in gold. Once we've got the name typed in, we want to change the color type from process to spot and the color mode to lab. For gold, we want to use L of 50, A of 2, and B of 24. And we can hit OK. And now you'll see that we've got a gold swatch. To add silver, we're going to do the same thing. So we can hit New Color Swatch. We're going to set the name as silver. We're going to make sure that color type is kept to spot and mode is kept to lab. And we're going to change the values to 58, -1, -1. And we're going to hit OK. So this allows us to use our gold and silver swatches. Clear is very similar. We're going to add a new color swatch. We're going to change the name to clear. But instead of leaving the color mode this time at lab, we're going to set that to CMYK. And we're going to change cyan to 0, magenta to 100, yellow to 0, and black to 0. And the reason why we're doing this is because there isn't a really easy way to showcase what clear looks like on a screen, because it would just appear like the colors behind it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a color that's really obvious, and in that case, bright magenta. So we're going to hit OK, and now we've got 3 new swatches. We've got gold, silver, and clear. And we want to start by using those swatches. So in this case, I'm going to click on the text here, so Amy James, and I'm going to change the fill swatch for that text to gold. If we click out of this, we can now see that that text has become this gold looking color, and it will now, once exported, print using gold ink. And I actually want to do the same thing to the orange circles in this logo. So I want to select this orange circle here, and I want to make sure I've got the stroke selected, and I want to select our gold swatch. So we can see that it's applied that gold color the same way that it did with the text. And I want to do the same thing to this last circle right here. Boom. And now we have gold applied to the text and to our logo. So what about silver? Silver is actually identical to the way that we apply gold. I'm going to change to this page here, and what I want to do is set this blue background to print in bright silver. So in the same way that we selected the text and the circles on the other page, we're going to click our element here, and I'm going to change to the fill, and then I want to change the fill swatch to silver. So we can see that it's appeared as gray. On screen, the gold and the silver are going to look more brown and gray because a screen doesn't have a really good way to show you the shimmer that a metallic ink does. But when printed, these do print with a very shimmery metallic ink. So just keep that in mind as you're using these colors. And then the last thing that I want to show you is how to use clear. Unlike gold and silver, where we are changing the color of an existing element, we want to apply clear above existing elements to highlight them. So in this case, there are a couple different ways that we could use that. You could use clear to highlight text. You could use clear over an image. Or in this case, we're going to use clear to outline our logo. So what I want to do is I want to make this logo here appear as though it's got clear on top of it. And if I were to just change this stroke to clear, it actually wouldn't print with orange and then clear on top of it, because all that we did was we changed the color itself. So instead, what we want to do is we want to duplicate this item, and then we want to paste it there. And we can see that it's now there, and I'm going to put it on top of the existing one. So now we've got an object exactly the same as the one below it, and this is where we want to apply our clear. So now we've changed this second object to clear. What we want to do though is we want to make sure that we change the effect. So we want to right click the object and click Effects and then click Transparency. And we're going to change the blend mode from normal to multiply. And what that does is it allows the clear to actually overlay on top of the colors below it without knocking them out. And we want to do the same thing to these inner circles. So I'm going to select this circle here. I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the same spot. And so we can see that I've got it there, pulled it out of the way. And now we're going to change this one to clear as well. And again, we want to change the blend type from normal to multiply. And then last but not least, we're going to change the blue circle here to also be multiply. So we've got our duplicated blue circle on top, and we're going to change the color for that to clear. We're going to change the blend mode to multiply, and we're going to hit OK. So what you're seeing here is your screen overlaying the clear on top of another color. Because clear is being rendered as magenta, it doesn't look exactly like you would expect. And I'm going to show you a way to verify that it's going to look correct. So when you export your PDF, you want to, as usual, click File, Adobe PDF Presets, or click Export. In my case, I'm going to hit PDF Presets. I'm going to select High Quality Print, and I'm going to name my file, so we'll just call it Business Card, and I'm going to hit Save. What we want to make sure is that we don't have the output converting our colors to a different color profile. So we want to make sure where it says color conversion, we have no color conversion selected. I'm going to mark it so that it opens the PDF after we export it, and then we want to hit Export. So now what we've done is we've opened the PDF in Adobe Acrobat, and we can see that we've got these elements here that appear in that goldish color. On the back, we've got our silver background, and we've got our red and purple looking circles. So what you want to do is you want to open the Print Production menu. So I'm going to hit Print Production, and then I'm going to hit Output Preview. And what this does is allows you to see the different inks or separations that are in this file. And the way to verify that this type here is using just gold and these circles here are using just gold is to uncheck this gold color. So we've unchecked gold, and all of the elements that we thought were in gold have disappeared. So to me, that tells me those elements are in gold, which is awesome. That's what we wanted. On the back side, we want to do the same thing to check our silver. So we're going to uncheck silver, and we can see our silvers there. And now, where I had previously mentioned that it's a little hard to see what the colors are underneath the clear, if you turn off clear, you should see the original elements underneath this. So we turn back on clear, and we can see that the clear is applied directly above those elements. And so what that does when it's printed is it prints the original colors, the blue and orange in this case, and then the clear is overlaid directly on top of those elements. And that's going to give you the effect that has that spot gloss coating on it. So I hope that's been informative. If you need help setting up your files, we have a lot of avenues. You can give us a call, you can live chat with us, or you can send us an email. We're also happy to help you with design work, and you have the ability to select that when you're ordering your metallic ink or your spot coating. So please don't hesitate to let us know what we can do to help you with this. This is slightly more complex than a regular CMYK 4-color process design. So we really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.